still engrossed. If you were in world history, I'm still kind of engrossed in this. The challenge to go viral on TikTok is something most people would voluntarily embrace: urinating in your pants. But with so many people staying at home, it appears TikTok users have gotten bored, and they want to expand the numbers where it crosses the line. The hashtag pee your pants challenge hashtag currently has about 4 million views on TikTok. Film yourself in front of a mirror saying pee your pants challenge, and then let your bladder take over. You see individual pants noticeably getting wet. I wonder if it's actual urine. Liam Wire, 21 of Kansas, is the founder of this, and he's surprised it's actually taken a trend. He created the challenge as a parody of other challenges that have gone viral in an attempt to show how pointless they are. Well, thank you, Liam. Oh, hi. Uh, just reading this ridiculous article that I saw today on social media about. Then I went to the link about the TikTok Pee Your Pants Challenge. I really hope to God none of you have done this. You feel free to comment back to me if this is actually a real thing or if this is just some BS. I, if you people have time to do this type of stuff on TikTok, then you have time to do whatever supplemental stuff to watch my 12-minute video on the rights of the accused scenarios. If you finished those, and I know there was a quick turnaround, if you finish those, and I'll look at the people who finished them by tonight, I'm doing this tonight or tomorrow, I'm going to provide you with a link. If you finished, to those of you that did, I'm going to provide you with a link to a video that I made that went through the various scenarios, the 4th, 5th, 6th, and 8th Amendment that went through the various scenarios. And I need to get over to third hour here. And whether they're correct or incorrect. So I pretty much, and I'm going to tell you where a lot of you messed up on the rights of the accused scenarios was this whole messing. A lot of you guys got 5th and 6th messed up. A lot of you were okay with 4th, although it would surprise you what is and isn't allowed with 4th. You'll see when I go through the various scenarios what is and isn't allowed. Remember our notes, and this was on a Pear Deck, but I have it in this form too. Remember, 5th is mostly talking about processes before trial, before the legal system starts taking over. So indictment by grand jury is the grand jury is in the federal case indicting you or having probable cause to arrest you. Double jeopardy can't be arrested or accused of the same crime twice. And then freedom of self-incrimination. You don't have to. Pleading the 5th Amendment is basically meaning your confession must be voluntary. You can't be coerced. You have the right to not incriminate against yourself. 6th Amendment starts dealing with a lot of the procedural due process stuff, like having a jury of your peers, a petit jury. We'll talk about that, and witnesses in your favor, and assistance of counsel. This is the lawyer. 6th Amendment is the right to a lawyer in speedy public trial. A lot of you said 5th. 5th is rights against self-incrimination. But 6th is the assistance of counsel, the right to a speedy and public trial, to know the charges against you and to be able to confront your accusers. A lot of you messed that up, but a lot of you would be surprised, I think, in terms of the 4th Amendment, what is allowed under probable cause, especially if there is no government action. A couple of those were no government action there, and those are allowed, like the one where the lady allowed the guy to search, and the marijuana, I know, pretend marijuana is still illegal, and I'm sorry for that. The one where the lady allowed the guy to allow the lady to search his house, that's legal. Because it's government action. The one of the hotel where they found the illegal drugs, that's legal searching because, again, there's no government action. And where they search the car up to the flashlight, there's no expectation of privacy. So again, some of those, I go through those, and I sent you a link if you finished them, and it looks like some of the rest of you finished them too. I'll have to get back to those probably tomorrow. I'm getting a little tired now. And if you finished earlier, that's great. And I know you were on time. I'll provide you with feedback. Here's what may happen with that. That feedback I may use. It's in a private comment if it's done. The feedback I may have you use later on. Right now, just look at it. It's not. It's optional. Some of you were asking me about it as a curiosity. So again, it's like a Friday. There's no actual assignment. I'm providing you some feedback. It's my enrichment, so to speak, for today. Introduction to the judicial branch. I assigned on Wednesday. Let me emphasize, I assigned this on Wednesday, so now it's due on Monday. the Introduction to the Judicial Branch Pear Deck Assignment 27. This is due. The Supreme Court rated the accused practice quiz. Remember, you had 2 attempts. If you wanted to do that puzzle as the second and third attempt instead of the practice quiz, you could. This I've already graded. The debrief questions, they were pretty good. Rest of trial procedures Pear Deck I graded. So that comes back to you. Reminder: if you get back from me a revised a message to revise something that's incomplete, that means it didn't count, and you need to revise it for credit. Okay. I haven't got too many of those in this particular class, but if you need to do that, then you need to do that. If you get that message from me saying to resubmit, or you get an IN in your student view, that means it didn't count. Okay, and you need to revise it. So again, we may do something with this, we may not, depending on time. Some of you were kind of curious about some of those. It's not a super long video. If you've got time to work with TikTok, maybe you can spend a few minutes with that and look at it, especially for the ones you were curious about. I go in order, so if you want to move the video around, you can do that. This is the only way you got this video is if you got it done. And I know there's some of you that got it done. You'll have to look for it for me for today. I need to go back to the Pee Your Pants Challenge. Unreal. I really hope some of these people are just like using water or something in the pants and never mind. This is a totally absurd. All right, until Monday.